Hi, everybody, and thanks for stopping by the Tour Level Fantasy section of tourlevelfantasy.com. As you guys might have noticed from the homepage, we've got two services, one focused on sports betting and then one focused on daily fantasy sports. Reason why we're separating the two out is we're just simply trying to get those people that want specific things to what they want quicker. So, without further ado, I'm going to go over just a quick little brief thing for the Tour Level Fantasy page and what you can expect to see here and what you can find here. So this first part is always just going to be a little bit about what we do. And this next part, again, is going to be the current week's content. So every article that we write that has anything to do with DFS golf or has any mention of it, we're going to tag it here. So you're going to be able to see anything you want and get to any article you might want to see that way. Also, so that's really what you're going to be able to find on the Tour Level Fantasy page. But I would love to show you guys each just a quick preview of all of the content that we provide here. We're going to start off with our technology and the Tour Level cheat sheet. So the Tour Level cheat sheet comes two different ways. One way is this beautiful Python coding here, which allows us to search out guys very quickly. So really good when you're making lineups. If you want to see what's going on with Bud Cauley, you want to see some course history, you're going to be able to scroll right over, type in Bud Cauley, and find that he came in 20th and 20th and 15th here in 2012 and 11. So that's just a really quick example. It shows us everything we might need from statistical analysis to daily fantasy, points per game, salaries, odds, you name it. The sheet's going to have it here, and everything is sortable, so you can find our rank on each one, and takes a little bit of time for us to get it all loaded. But still, you can see what we're going here for, and it's just a really great cheat sheet. We also are going to have the Excel version emailed out to everybody of those people that like to make their own ratings and such. You'll be able to do that. So really a great way if you just want to get some quick information. Like I said, you'll be able to get it. You want to see everything, it's here. But again, if you want to make your own model, we have the ability to do that through Excel. So the next thing I want to talk about is our optimizers. Our optimizers are a really great tool for either newcomers or seasoned veterans. It's a great way to just take our points projection and make the best lineup based off of all of the information that you see on the cheat sheet. You want to make your own points projection, or if you want to guarantee that Beef Andrew Johnston's going to be in your lineup, you can do that. If you want to put in your own points projection, we have the ability to change it out, like I said. And then that'll be your new points projection. And so when you press optimize, what it's going to do is it's going to make a lineup based on the points projection that meets the parameters of 56,800 to 6,000 salary. So again, it can be as quick as a one click where you want 5 lineups and click optimize and bam, here's what we get. You get all good usable lineups that you'll be able to then export to Excel right here. And then from there, you'll be able to upload to DraftKings. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit more detail about that in the optimizers page, but this is just a quick overview of what we have in the technology. So we have the same thing for DraftKings. Same exact scenario, you see. Change the salary instead to 60,000. DraftKings only goes to 50,000, and it makes 6 golfers versus FanDuel picking 8 and 60. So again, one click, bam, and here we are. We've got our My Lineups going. It shows us everything that we'd want to. It allows us to delete it if we don't like it. Download there. We are working on the capability of being able to edit it right in front of us. So if you don't want Bullahar in there, you'll be able to edit him and pick somebody else in that salary range. So we're working on that. Should have it in the first month or two of the season. So we're really looking forward to that. That really does it for the technology portion of what we have. We're always looking to improve it. We do have a few other things in the works, but we are going to head now to our written content, where each week we produce anywhere between 4 and 6 articles, depending on the week and depending on the writers that we have on staff at the time. So first one we're going to talk about is Against the Grain. This is specifically a GPP, or Guaranteed Prize Pool, article. I write that article, Jason Rosner at DFS Golfer 23. And what it does, it goes and looks at all of the salaries and the ownership, expected ownership, and what plays we might want to look at to differentiate our lineups. I also give my personal DraftKings results in this. I also highlight some of the weekly offerings that DraftKings and FanDuel are putting out for contests. I'll go pretty much up and down the salary range and just talking. This article is specifically looking at game theory. We aren't really looking about who we think is going to do best or not. We're really looking at game theory and looking at specific golfers to pair with one another to create positive variance against some of the players that may be highly owned. And if you're new to the game, to win a big guaranteed prize pool that you see out there each week, you need to have variance in your lineup. You need to have people that nobody else has or very few do. So this article really looks to give you that. Next article we look at is called Making the Cut. That's written by our buddy Scotty McAfee, or at ScottyMac11 on Twitter. This article focuses on 50-50s. So those cash game players for seasoned vets, these are just contests that 50% of the people cash and 50% of the people don't. So what he does is he looks at players that are really going to make the cut and give you all 4 rounds, because when you're playing in a 50-50, the most important thing you can have is the most amount of golf holes played by your team. It's all based off of DraftKings points scored or FanDuel points scored. So if you're a cash game player or are looking to learn more about cash game, Scotty's going to be able to do that for you. Next, we have the first cut, which is written by our buddy Josh Grenier, or at Grant Bushman on Twitter. He basically, this is a fantastic way to just learn about the tournament and the golf course of the current week. It's a really great piece. It's a great read. He focuses a little bit in the stats towards the end of the article, but nonetheless, he's a golf fanatic and a single-digit handicap himself. So getting it from a golfer's perspective is a lot of fun. So it's a great article each week. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about today, as we have a couple more new ones coming up this year that we're excited to announce. First, though, we'll talk about the winning element. The winning element is what we consider our picks article. So if you're not looking at our technology, you don't want to go through the downloading to Excel and all that, you just want to make a lineup based off of who we like this week, this is your article. Comes out every Wednesday. It's going to go up and down the salary list. It's going to give you our top plays from each category, which should be able to fill out quite a few lineups if you're making a few, or if you're making one, take our top plays, that can fit in a lineup there. So really, we try and give the breadth of tools between content and technology. So other than that, we have just a few new things coming up this year that you'll also find right here and in their own page. We have Brad Messersmith, or at the Mess DFS, the ownership wizard, will be joining us this year, and he'll be writing a great article focusing on lineup construction and roster construction. So we're really excited about that. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email us at tourlevelfantasy@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at tourlvlfantasy, or at DFS Golfer 23 for myself, Jason Roslin. Thanks again for joining us, guys, and hope you have a great day.